Good afternoon and welcome. My name is Tigram and I'll be your mediator today. Before we begin, I want to express my appreciation for both parties, Maria and Manpreet, and their respective legal representatives, Joe and Rock, for choosing mediation as a means of resolving this matter. Please feel free to call me Tigram. It's customary in mediation for us to address one another informally to foster a more comfortable and collaborative atmosphere. First, let me commend both of you for choosing to mediate your differences. Mediation is a highly effective and increasingly popular way to resolve disputes around the world. It's a constructive, voluntary process where both parties have the opportunity to work together toward a solution that meets their needs. As your mediator, my role is to remain completely neutral and impartial. I am not here to provide legal advice or to decide the outcome for you. Instead, I will guide the discussion, ensure fairness, and create an environment where both of you feel heard. While I control the process, you will ultimately control the outcome. Here's how today's session will proceed. We'll begin with each of you sharing your perspectives on the issue. This is your chance to explain your concerns and goals. Please listen carefully to one another. After the joint session, I'll meet with each of you privately. These sessions are confidential and give you a safe space to share additional details or explore potential solutions. We'll then reconvene to discuss possible resolutions and work toward an agreement. To ensure a productive session, I'd like us to agree on a few ground rules. Let's ensure we speak one at a time without interruptions. Please genuinely consider the other person's perspective, even if you disagree. Everything said today is strictly confidential, including what is shared in private sessions. You can trust that I will not disclose anything you share privately without your permission. Do we all agree to these ground rules? There are a few principles I'd like to highlight. Nothing said or agreed upon today will bind you unless we finalize it in a written agreement. This allows you to explore options freely without fear of legal repercussions. Mediation is voluntary. If at any point you feel the process isn't working, you're free to leave. However, I ask that if either of you is considering this, you first spend a few minutes discussing your concerns with me. Both of you signed the agreement to mediate before this session, which outlines these principles. Thank you for doing so. Let me briefly reiterate the key points: confidentiality, voluntary participation, and the non-binding nature of today's discussions unless we reach a signed agreement. Now, let's start the joint session. Maria, since you're seated on my left, I'll invite you to begin by sharing your perspective. Afterward, Manpreet will have the opportunity to share his. When we move to private sessions later, I'll start with Manpreet to balance things out. Does that sound good for both of you? Great, thank you both. Maria, the floor is yours. I completed and uploaded my video on December 7, 2024 at 6 p.m., fulfilling the requirements of the assignment. Thank you.